What is up, NFL Reactor Nation? We are back once again with NFL Week 6. And boy, did a lot shift last week. We no longer have any undefeated teams and some upset wins. This week is going to be just as great. Eagles, the one undefeated team that was left, takes a loss to the Denver Broncos. They play the New York Giants. I've got the Eagles beating the Giants, which should be a nice bounce back from their loss against the Broncos. But this Eagles team has got to get it together if they want to go back to the Super Bowl. I mean, especially with A.J. Brown, man. No, that's a big talking point here, so we'll see what happens. Seahawks versus Jaguars. Pretty even matchup. Sam Darnold versus Trevor Lawrence. And it's pretty hard for me to pick two teams. I mean, not two teams, a team to win in this one. But I think I'm going to have to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars in this one. Sam may be strong, but I don't think they're strong enough to beat the Jags. Cowboys versus Panthers. Very mediocre matchup. This is one of our games of the week. But the Cowboys are a very secretly strong team. They just don't know how to show it on the field. And I've got to pick against my team in this one. Cowboys are going to win. Broncos versus Jets. Broncos coming off their upset win. I think it is a no doubt that the Broncos take the dub. Steelers and Browns. Dylan Gabriel, I personally think he's doing a decent job for the Browns. Obviously, we saw they just traded away Joe Flacco to the Cincinnati Bengals. And I think the Steelers come away with the win in this game, though. Chargers versus Dolphins. Dolphins having a lot of struggles, losing. Wait, why is Tua questionable? What have I missed? Why is Tua questionable? Hip left thumb was limited. Are you kidding me? This man. Hip/left thumb. I'm done with the Dolphins. They're losing this game. Screw the Dolphins. Screw this season for the Dolphins. Fast forward them to 2026. Patriots coming off a win against the Bills. They play the Saints. Saints picked up their first win last week against the Giants. I gotta go Patriots. I mean, after just beating the Bills, you know this team's gotta be on a high and on a roll. There's no way they lose to the New Orleans Saints. And if they do, I'm going to go insane. Rams versus Ravens. Ravens without their starting QB, Lamar Jackson. And that is a very big blow. We saw them get blown out by the Texans last week. And I think that's just going to happen again this week. Rams pick up the win against the Ravens. Cardinals versus Colts. You know, I thought this Cardinals team was actually going to be something this year. And when they went into that matchup playing the Seahawks, obviously I made that game of the week for a reason. And they obviously losing that game, and they've been on a downhill spiral ever since, and I think that continues. The Colts take the win in this matchup. Titans versus Raiders. You see, we've got Geno Smith. They've got Geno Smith. Titans have Cam Ward. Ashton Jeanty versus shoot, I can't remember his first name, but Calvin Ridley versus Jacoby Myers, and yeah, Jacoby Myers. Yeah, Ravens are gonna come out with the win in this one. I agree with matchup predictor. Bucks and 49ers. 49ers, obviously, they have a lot of injuries. And I think that is really going to be their plague in this game. And just with Baker Mayfield and those great players over on the Buccaneers team, the Bucks take the win in this game. And even with Mac Jones being questionable now, too, like, 49ers are falling apart, man. Bengals versus Packers. Bengals are starting Joe Flacco, kicking Jake Browning to the curb, which they obviously should do. And this Bengals team, I wish it was a different game that Joe Flacco was starting in, because I think, honestly, if it was like somebody against maybe like the Raiders, the Bengals could bounce back and win. This Bengals team, no doubt, is very strong, but was out there starting QB Joe Burrow. I mean, that hurts them a lot, and we've seen it. They started 2-0, right? And they are 2-3 now, so obviously that changed a lot. And Joe Flacco is a great QB. He did lead the Browns to beat the Packers. Can he do it again, though? I don't think the Packers are going to let that happen again, so yeah. Sorry for my cat yelling if y'all heard that. Lions versus Chiefs. The kingdom is falling in Kansas City. And the Detroit Lions are 4-1. Lions are coming into this game hot. I think Chiefs lose. Lions take the dub. This matchup predictor must be delusional, because it has the Chiefs at a 54% chance of winning, Lions at 44. So yeah, don't listen to matchup predictor, guys. I'm taking Lions. And we've got double the Monday Night Football. Bills versus Falcons. Bills coming off a huge loss to the New England Patriots. Obviously, they will bounce back against the Falcons and beat them. And then we've got Bears versus Commanders. The Bears. Let's talk about the Bears real quick. Caleb Williams, obviously not the best quarterback. He's not horrible, just like Dak Prescott. If you look at the stats, not the worst quarterback ever. But the Bears obviously sit at 2-2 right now. I think we were talking about a few weeks ago, are the Bears playoff contenders? I don't think so. I think they are very close. The Bears team is not strong, but it is mediocre. And for the games they have been playing, mediocre has been at best, and that has gotten them to where they're at now. I think with Jaden Daniels and the Commanders, though, there's not really much of a challenge. If Jaden Daniels wouldn't have gotten hurt, I believe those 2 losses would not be there right now. Maybe that's only a 1-loss team. But I gotta go with Commanders taking the dub. And matchup predictor agrees as well this time. So, anyways, guys, that is all for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.